Hi, and welcome back to this week's Parsha Shir on Sefer or Gedalyahu. In Parshas Masei, which we'll read this coming Shabbos, we will learn a little bit about the designation of the Arei HaLeviim, the cities that belong to the Leviim in the land of Israel. Through all the Torah speaking about many mitzvahs that have to do with our life in the land of Israel after its conquest. One of those is the designation of the Arei HaLeviim, cities that the Leviim are given to live in, since they don't have a nachla, they don't have a territory, they don't have a parcel of land in the land of Israel. Nonetheless, they're given certain cities to live in. What we're also told is that these cities of the Leviim also act, they double, as cities of refuge for Rotzeach B'Shogeg, for someone who's an accidental murderer, someone who commits manslaughter, who kills another individual accidentally, without intent, without malice, but with some level of basic negligence, has to run to a city of refuge, both to gain solace from the Goel Hadam, from the family of the murder victim, the family of the person that was killed, who might be coming after them, and in addition to that, according to Gemara Matos, also to receive a level of kapara. There's a certain punishment aspect, an obligatory aspect, to going to a city of refuge, to going into exile from your family, from your life, in order to gain kapara, atonement, for the act of negligence which led to the killing of another individual. So the Leviim in total actually have the 42 cities of Leviim plus the 6 cities of refuge, make 48 cities where the Rotzeach B'Shogeg could run to. Now, the Or Gedalyahu addresses himself to this question both of why this Leviim were given these cities, and also why it was appropriate that those would be cities that would be able to absorb the Rotzeach B'Shogeg. Why it is that it's appropriate for Rotzeach B'Shogeg to run specifically to one of these cities of the Leviim. And he says, he quotes the Sefer HaChinuch, who cites the rationale of this mitzvah. He says, B'Sefer HaChinuch kasav v'zeh lashona, this is the language of the Sefer HaChinuch, Shorish HaMitzvah hazo, the rationale of this mitzvah, Kishevet HaLevi mivchar hashvatim, the tribe of Levi is the highest of the high, they're elites of the Jewish people, chosen for a noble task. And they are prepared their whole lives to serve God in the Beis HaMikdash, in the Mishkan, later in the Beis HaMikdash, and therefore they don't have a portion with the rest of the Jewish people in terms of getting lands and fields and vineyards, because they're supposed to be doing other tasks. They're involved in the work in the Beis HaMikdash, and therefore they're not involved in the work in the fields, and they don't get a territory in the land. They of course still need a place to live, right? Even if you say that their job is to work in the Beis HaMikdash and not to farm in the fields, still they need a place to be able to live, and therefore the Torah mandated that we give the Leviim 42 cities in the land of Israel. Now the Chinuch, as quoted here by the Or Gedalyahu, goes on to explain why they also serve as cities of refuge. Umipnei godel ma'alasam, the kosher pa'alam, because of their high moral and spiritual stature, and because of the correctness of their ways, of their deeds, of their involvement in the service of God, v'chin erkam, the purity and charm of their value, of their stature, Nivchara artsam liklot kol horeg nefesh bishkaga yoter ma'artzo shahashvatim. Therefore, their territory, their cities, were chosen more than any other as a place that could absorb and take in those Rotzeach B'Shogegs, those accidental murderers who might need a place to escape to. Ulais kaper alav admasam b'kedushasam. Perhaps their land will be able, their kedusha of their territory will be able to give an extra measure of kapara, of atonement, to the Rotzeach B'Shogeg. And that's what he cites as the reason. Now, the Or Gedalyahu goes one step deeper than the Sefer HaChinuch and explains what it is about the high moral, spiritual stature of the Leviim, the cities of the Leviim, and what about that high stature contributes to the atonement that is necessary for the Rotzeach B'Shogeg. On a basic level, Sefer HaChinuch already explained it. He explains that there's some positive influence that you're trying to give to the Rotzeach B'Shogeg, as a person who was faulty in terms of his behavior, in terms of his negligence. Perhaps he didn't value the nature of human life enough to take the right precautions in whatever he was doing, and because of his negligence, it led to the death of an innocent person. And therefore, what's the best way to resuscitate that person? Connect them to the best people, to the best kind of people on a high moral and spiritual plane, like the Levium. What better place to send them to in order to raise themselves up to a higher level? So on a basic, pragmatic level, it is appropriate to send them to the Arei HaLeviim. But the Or Gedalyahu goes one step deeper. Efshar levar bazeh gam divrei hachinuch shemipnei godel ma'alasam nivchar artzam likla hareg nefesh bishgaga. He says, I want to explain a little bit deeper why it is that they are the appropriate venue for a Rotzeach b'shogeg to run to. He says as follows: Ki be'emes misha horeg nefesh mi'Yisrael. The truth is that a person who kills another Jew, even accidentally, v'nafsho shel Yisrael harehi chaviva me'od lifnei hamakom. And of course, the soul of a Jewish person is extremely beloved before God. V'dvuka hi b'makor hachayim, and that soul of that individual who has now died was intimately connected to the divine, connected to the Shekhinah, like every soul is connected to the Shekhinah. As we learn in the pasuk in Devarim, V'atem hadivekim b'Hashem Elokeichem chayim kulchem hayom, that our very life is davuk b'Hashem. As we are alive, as our soul is in this world, it gains sustenance by being connected with Hashem. The very fact that a person is alive, that he has a neshama that is living within the body, that is beating and functioning in this world, means, by definition, that they are davuk b'Hashem, that they are connected to God in some way, whether they realize it or not, whether they experience it or not, they are connected to Hashem. V'harotzeach shehifsik es chayav shel zeh, and the accidental murderer who put an end to the victim's life, b'mateh kaparaso, what will his atonement come from? Echimtza makom lenafsho, how could he find a place for his soul? So it says, Hu yanus elachar harim ha'ela v'chai, that he should run to one of these cities, the cities of Levim, and he should live. What does that mean to live? She'yimtza es makom b'achas marei Levim, v'goda ma'alasam, hu shehem mashpim chachma v'chachma tiyeh ba'aliyah, hu natal chayev shel Yisrael v'hifsik adav kuso, lefichach imtza es makom v'tikuno b'toch arei haLeviim b'makor hachiyush shel klal Yisrael. That just like he stole not only the physical life of this individual, but he severed the connection between this soul and body to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He took away a level of dveikus from this world. So the right kind of kapara, the right kind of atonement, is to replace that dveikus and put it back into the world in some small way. And what's a way he can do that? By increasing the dveikus that he himself has with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And what better way to do that? To run not just to any random place, but to the cities of the Levium, cities of people who are constantly involved in the Avodas Hashem, people of great spiritual stature, so that hopefully the Rotzeach B'Shogeg can absorb from them almost by osmosis because of their surroundings, and find themselves more elevated, find themselves more connected to Hashem, find themselves with a greater level of Deveikus, and in that way effectuate the ultimate atonement by replacing the level of Deveikus that they caused to be eradicated from the world. Ultimately, it's up to each and every one of us, no matter where we're running to in life, not just the Rotzeach B'Shogeg running to the Ir Miklat or the Arei HaLeviim, but up to all of us to continuously contemplate the fact that we are always Davuk B'Hashem, and that sometimes we just need to open our eyes to be able to see it, and if we can grasp it, if we can see it, if we can feel it in any small way, then we can begin the avoda of working to increase that dveikus that we have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is truly a special gift in this world. Shabbat Shalom.